Good evening. Welcome to the Underpowered Pokemon Hour. Welcome to Underpowered. This is the Underpowered Pokemon Hour. And joining me tonight on a back-to-back Underpowered Pokemon Hour nights is Phil.
Are we gonna have some fun, or are we like? Listen, when I made my first appearance, right, I did not come in right as like letting you drive the boat. I did my research. I was ready to get in there with you and scrap cards. And tonight's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it into a fun time, and we are going to. The goal for tonight, okay, we've done some looking at the set already. The goal for tonight, last week when we did it, we had, or 2 weeks ago we had 8 grid pulls. Tonight we're going for another 8.
Top 5 card. We had a top 5 card from,
we did have a top 5
Primal
card.
Clash. That was a fun opening that we did.
That was a very fun. And we have 2 boxes, right? We have 2 boxes.
We have 2 boxes of Scarlet and Violet tonight. I have not broken the seal on these, but yeah, I've got 2 booster boxes side by side. Really high hopes for it. It's an awesome set. I probably it was over a month ago. I opened some of the Japanese Scarlet and Violet and really didn't get a lot of luck. You know, the five cards per booster pack have a strange feel to them. And you know, I didn't get the massive pulls I was really hoping for. That Quaquaval was a good one. But for as much as I opened it, which was too much, that was too much. Much as I opened it, it was a little disappointing. So I'm excited to break into the English version, and
I'm excited too. I mean, the reason why is simply because you didn't have me here, so now you've got me here, and look at that. There's nothing better as an adult than a nice, crisp, clean box of unopened cards, fully fresh, ready to either
ready to go.
Make our night or disappoint us. I can't tell which one it's going to be, but we're going to definitely find out.
Yes, we're gambling for nerds. Gambling. This is kind of gambling for nerds, right? A little
gambling,
bit.
Yeah, and for adults, you know, for adults.
Yeah. For nerd adults who you know, just want to have a good time. So let's what do you say we get rolling here, Phil? We got.
Dude, I'm ready. Like I don't even want to wait. I just want to get in and get a top 10 pull in the first 3 packs.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Shelby in the chat. Good evening. Good evening. What is going on here? Am I lagging?
No, you seem like you're fine on my end.
Oh, okay. There was a massive delay. A massive delay. Appreciate that, Shelby. So we are getting into the first pack of the first generation, and there are going to be some differences. There are going to be some big differences that you'll be able to tell right away. Some of them will be a little bit more subtle. And maybe we'll open a few, and I'll go through it like I need to with Scarlet and Violet, and we'll just kind of notice what some of these differences are. I'm seeing a couple right away, huh?
All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Okay. I like the art on this set.
I do too.
A little more detailed.
I do too. And this is
CK in the chat. What's up, CK?
In the chat. Wow. I am special tonight if CK's in the chat. We got a Fortress and
there's one more. Okay, hold on. All right, it's a start.
So in that first pack, I can tell you, it was the energy card was on the back. So it's one from the back. We have 2 reverse hollows now.
Okay.
And this energy card, I mean, it's basic energy. That's a little different.
That's kind of cool. Actually, I like that.
I like it. So, I mean, first pack, new generation, and of course the silver borders. It's crazy. So yeah. Anyways, that's a lot different in one pack of Pokemon cards. Just from. I mean, what Crown Zenith was released in I want to say January.
Yep.
So, and every pack will have a minimum of a holo. So these are a little better. Actually, I'd say that's a lot better.
Yeah, I'd say so.
2 reverse hollows and a hollow. So,
Okay.
what I've got to start figuring out, Phil, is how do I build my Scarlet and Violet deck?
Well, I was just about to say to you, I bet you that your online deck with all of these cards is stacked. I bet you have so many digital. I mean, do you sit there and use your QR code? What are we doing? 30 packs tonight? Is that how many we're opening?
2 booster boxes is 72
36?
packs. 72 packs.
Holy cow, 72 packs.
Yeah, that's the booster bundle is the one you were talking about, Phil. That's a great deal. That the six packs, and it's supposed to give you the booster box kind of feel. So our chase tonight, Phil. You want to call out the chase? I know you've got.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, our chase cards tonight. This is a top-heavy set, which means the top 3 cards are worth more than essentially the rest of the box. Top 3 cards ringing in right now: $227 for number 1, $130 for number 2, and then $120 for number 3. Then after that, it drops off. The number 4 most valuable card is in at $29. So Miriam, right? Miriam,
the
full art is your number 1 card, trainer card, and then Mariah Dawn, right? EX, and then what's the last one? Gardevoir, EX.
Gardevoir.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are your 3.
Top
3.
A little crazy that it's a full art trainer. That's the.
Been a lot of those lately that have been extremely, like, the trainers have actually been more valuable than the. I would agree. I love the full arts as well.
Yeah, I do too. And we got a Skeledirge. I love that each pack has a hollow. So that means no more suck packs. No more suck packs in Gen 9.
That's true.
I'm a fan of that.
Top three, or I want a refund. That's it. Top 3 poll from tonight, or we're emailing the people on eBay to say, hey, listen, you sent us some suck packs. We need another dozen.
You did. Although it kind of like I said, we're getting a feel for the new generation box. We're getting a feel for what the pull rates on the set are going to be. So far, actually nothing.
Yeah, so far it's been nothing. It's been goose egg. Nothing in the top 10.
There's Miriam, not in the form we want to see her, but there she is. It'd be fair to say we want to see all of Miriam.
Ooh, there's a good one.
This is our first EX pull of the night, a Spidops EX.
I like it. What number is that on the card? I always like to
know. That is number 19. That is number 19 of 198. So a fairly large set, actually. I would say 198 cards in this set. That's quite a bit. And all of these code cards are the same. All of them have a black border. We are back to code cards mean nothing. That is another interesting change. That's like the sixth difference from.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of all your good polls. I'm doing a little experiment tonight. I'm keeping track of all your good polls and their values, and at the end, I'm going to have a little total for you to see what theoretically it would come out to at the end of all of this.
Okay.
Anything that's above a hollow. So I'm looking at EX. I'm looking at alt art, and we're just going to kind of see. We're going to see what we come up with tonight.
We haven't hit any of the. I don't know if they're secret rares. They're in Japanese. They're secret rares, but some of the alternate. They're not alternate artworks. They're I guess they were called alternate rares. Haven't seen any of those, and I'm expecting a handful of those here tonight. So far, and I always open these boxes left to right. So far, the left side is a little chilly.
Yeah, I would say so.
The side is a little chilly, and hopefully that means that there's something on the horizon as we hit another hollow.
If there's anything that could keep you with it, it's like the soothing sounds in the background, right? The sound of crisp packs opening. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it tonight. I guarantee.
We're getting it. I have faith. I have confidence. Um, our the Primal Clash box, I think that started off a little bit slow, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. So there's a question in the chat from CK who wants to know what is typically the price of a box like this before opening.
This, I think, retail these are about 120. If you and I don't think you can buy these at Walmart or Target. These are about 120 bucks, brand new. Some sets go down. Battle Styles was one, that Fusion Strike was another, Chilling Rain was one, that those were all under $100 for a booster box for a while. Which I look at it from the perspective of price per pack, and at under $100, you're looking at less than $3 for a pack of Pokemon cards. And if it's a good set and there are good pulls, it's worth ripping into for sure.
Well, like you said, if you get one top three, essentially would pays for the entire box that you just bought.
Yeah. And we're talking about raw card value. If you're someone who wants to, have your card graded, if it goes in, if it comes back with a 10, that significantly is going to increase the value of that card. I am actually, Shelby, it's a good question. I am sitting on a sealed Brilliant Stars booster box that I've had in my possession for about 2 months now. And I have made about $20 by not opening it. So sealed is always the way to go. There is no the best time to open a set is, I wouldn't say when it's first released. It's usually about a couple weeks after the hype is down. Everyone, there's always an immediate rush. So everyone's in a big rush to go and order more for their business, their store. And then once the hype is gone and everyone's moved on to the next set, the excess begins to build up in the back room and the prices on this stuff drop. It's really, obviously for a booster box, if you've got a local card shop nearby that's convenient, they'll have good deals. eBay is a good one to check as we
there's a gift card.
Our first secret rare.
What's that? What? Give me the magic number. What's the number on this card?
This is number 211. Number 211. We have a Ralts. I don't know if we call this an alternate rare. Secret rare. It's a secret rare.
211, huh?
Yeah, 211. Do we have anything behind it?
No, I don't see.
King Gambit.
I don't even see that one online.
I'm going to sleeve it up. Because what's interesting about these artworks when they have a final evolution is these all tell a story. And it's really interesting. And maybe I'll show this card with another card later on to show how that story goes. That's very vague. I know that's really vague, but the cards in this set actually do tell a story, and it is really cool. It's something that's actually, I would say, noticeably different in this set, but it's with these alternate artworks, alternate rares. It's just incentive to keep you buying packs. And oh, am I a sucker for buying packs. I almost feel like it's not even worth doing the card trick. Just flipping one card over to the front. I'm internally just like thinking I feel silly.
Hey man, it just keeps it consistent. And then CK asked in the chat, do you play online? You actually use the QR codes and upload these?
I use the codes. I play online. I play ranked matches all the time. You and I have talked about that, Phil. I don't think there's any choice but to go ranked matches all the time.
That's how I feel.
So I enjoy collecting the actual cards. some of my favorite memories actually of with Pokemon and Pokemon cards actually playing in-person games with Casey and his son. That was a lot of fun. As I'm not pack tricking this. We're going through it. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, these are I'm a collector at heart. I've got so many football cards, so many baseball cards. I love that Koraidon. A lot of Steel Energy.
So, what do you do with all? Because you open a ton of cards, right? You've opened since you've been doing this with us since at least September of last year.
Yeah.
What do you do with all your extra cards? Like all the ones that are just duplicates or duds or.
I have them safely, securely. I have them put in boxes, just in neat order. They're not all strewn around. At some point, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with them. And I know that they do have value of some kind. I know there are places that will buy your bulk cards. A lot of people, for some reason, a lot of people make buttons out of Pokemon cards and will sell buttons.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's not something I've fully explored yet. So is my house running out of room? So we get a play Coco there. Is my house running out of room with Pokemon cards? No. They don't take up much space.
They're contained. They're contained.
They're contained. Yes. Play Coco reverse. And we got the Miraidon. Okay.
Here we go, man. Here we go. So where are we at? We're almost halfway through the first side, right?
We're about a 6-pack down to go on the left side.
I know a lot of places, right? They do, because if you go to the fair, you can get some of those clearly saran wrapped sets of Pokemon cards that they're selling to you for $2, and it's just all the basics and uncommons that are left over from people's.
Well, and that's essentially why people make things like mystery repacks. Let's get an Iron Treads EX. There we go.
What's the number on
EX pull?
What's the number on this one?
That's number 143. That's my old employee number at the Toyota dealership that I worked at.
That looks like that's right outside the top 10. So that one probably is number 11, because that one rings in around $9. So that's probably the number. That would be my guess. That would be the number 11 card in the set.
Yeah, and Iron Treads, our first Paradox Pokemon of the night too. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with Paradox Pokemon. This set, obviously, they're featuring Koraidon, Miraidon. Those are the two big, I guess, your box art legendaries, and that pretty much runs with how Pokemon has released their sets. First set tends to feature the legendaries, and then the one right after will feature your starters and their final evolutions. But this one does have Paradox Pokemon. I'm honestly just looking at the set. I'm really impressed with it, and it makes me hopeful, because typically in the grand scheme of things, this is Scarlet and Violet base, and if tradition holds true, this is actually going to be one of the worst sets.
Well, that was going to be my next question for you. So I bought a 6-pack for myself to run a little experiment to see, without knowing any of the values of the cards, to see whether I would be able to make my money back from those 6 packs. So what is your guess going to be for those on come Monday?
Your odds? We got one! Oh my God, we got one!
We did get one.
That's number 2.
That is number 2, I believe.
Well, did you see what's behind there? Once again, I get so excited. Oh man! And I dropped another pull.
What? So what's the second one? What's the second one that was behind?
30 of 198. So you need to tell me how much that pack is worth.
I can't find the 230 one yet, but the Miraidon EX, the number 2 card in the set that we just pulled, is a whopping 130. So essentially, you paid for your box with that card.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Wow.
We got the number 2 already.
Oh man.
Bravo.
Well, you brought the magic with you tonight.
I told you there's only one way to go. That's to go big.
Oh,
it's
man.
the only way we can do it. Number 2 in the set.
You brought the magic with you tonight.
I love it.
Because this one went nicely into the card silver. Ooh, that is real pretty.
Look at that. I love it. That's great.
If this is the worst, if this is going to be one of the worst sets, I mean, I'm excited for what's to come.
I love it. That's fantastic. What a great start.
Excellent. As I was just complaining about that left side. Oh, man. Woo. So I think I'm a collector. I like to hold on to my stuff. Right now the market's pretty low. There's going to come a time when I do want to start unloading some of these, because I don't necessarily have sentimental attachment to all of them, but just we'll kind of see. It's my.
Well, and you did just send off an insane number of cards to be graded.
I did.
Which had insane amounts of value.
Yes.
So that, I mean, and really, right, these things ebb and flow, right? The value of them kind of is stable, but it goes up and down based on what's going on. So a new Pokemon game comes out, the value goes up because everybody's into it again, right? A new movie comes out, the value goes up again because everybody's into it and they want them all, they want to remember it. Someone pulls a big Charizard, then everybody wants it because, oh, I saw this cool thing on YouTube. So it does ebb and flow.
It does. And I think what you're referring to, those are kind of, just your normal trends within hobbies. In the realm of sports cards, your big pulls tend to follow your bigger players, your rookie cards, your guys that you're tracking their future, and a lot of the trends as we move to the second side, the right side of the box. A lot of those trends just kind of center around players. With Pokemon, it's similar in that there are some Pokemon that are really top heavy. There are certain trends that are pretty consistent. Your full art female trainer cards, as I like to refer to as your waifu cards, those will always have a lot of money. Charizard will always have a lot of money, and there's a lot of Pokemon that will just always have valuable cards. As with, I think, collectibles that we've seen in the past, from our generation, Phil, Beanie Babies is one.
Yeah.
Those kinds of markets, the big spikes and the big falls tend to come with the economy. As we saw, during the pandemic, some people had some extra money lying around. There was a lot of support money given out there, and so people had some money to burn, and the price on this stuff skyrocketed, and there was you could argue that there were social media trends and things that were going on that really, really helped. It really inflated the bubble, and economy's kind of shifted since then, and people who paid a lot of money that now maybe are hurting a little bit. They've got to offload their stuff. So, I always say it's oftentimes better to just, if you're chasing one card, just buy that card. Just buy that card. I mean, with the case of Roaring Skies last night, that big pull, if I wanted a raw Mega Rayquaza in good condition, I could have paid a fraction for what that box was for it.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff that just doesn't make any sense to open. The stuff that box I opened last night makes zero sense. If you've got a box that's 8 years old, that's sitting around, just keep that sucker sealed, because it's just going to keep going up in value.
Well, yeah, it's interesting to me too to see some of these older sets and how some of them are trending up and some of them like sets nobody cares about, right? Like it's not just because it's old that it's more valuable. People are into certain sets and certain
Mhm.
artwork and certain trends. So some of the sets are right, like you said, they're really top heavy. You need one or two cards that are really going to pay for the whole box, so it's not really worth it. Whereas other sets, the entire top 10 is littered full of cards that if any one of those that you grab could be worth something.
Yeah, and it's the more modern stuff actually, and like I said, it's just if you like opening packs, and it's fun, it's a rush, and it fulfills that guilty pleasure. The best packs to open are the ones that they're printing right now, and the val that we're the value on a lot of these cards. There are no cards in that Roaring Skies box that are $200. As we hit a Gardevoir EX.
I actually think that might be one of the ones.
Yeah, I'll bet
Gardevoir.
it is. 86.
Yeah, number
86.
86 is the number 7 card. So that one comes in around 1679. So you pulled the number 7.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
but if I wanted to make money on this, the best time to sell these is right now. Because the way that the trends have always worked is the hype at the beginning, the prices are at the highest now. Everyone's opening the stuff up. There isn't that much there aren't the singles in circulation right now. So within a couple of months, prices will, I guess, normalize is probably the best word. Um, the best cards will still be the best cards. They'll just slowly taper off in value.
Good energy tonight. It's already been some good pulls in the first box.
Oh man, and yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We got a whole nother box to go. I'm trying to. It took me. Trying not to get too much of a pull there as we hit a Donzo.
I don't even know that one. That's a cool looking card. Even
That
if
is
it isn't
I
worth
love the artworks in this. This is number 207.
Thank you. 207, huh?
207.
The Donzo is the number 8 card. So you pulled the number 8 card in the set tonight for $9.99.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't want to give I mean, are we making money opening Pokemon cards right now? If I turn around and sell them, yeah, we are. But I'm not. So I'm not technically making money, but well, you said you're keeping track of the numbers, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping track of the value. When we get done with the first box, I'll tell you where we're at. Just like theoretically for base value ungraded. If you just turned around and you put these in a sleeve and you immediately listed them on eBay today, where you would be at if that was your jam. If your investment was flipping, like you said, you paid about roughly $120 for this box.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, you would already be in the green. For this box. So that's amazing. Plus all the cards that you have,
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. The artwork's cool. The artwork is cool. They've done a lot with the white in this. There's pretty intense white textures in these cards, which is really cool. It's interesting to see what they do with each set.
Yeah, and it's the big change that everyone's talking about. And give me your opinion, Phil. The silver borders. How do you feel about them compared to the yellow borders? Does
the silver borders compared to the yellow borders? Well, I would say that I like the yellow borders. I don't know. I mean, I didn't notice straight away. Silver's kind of cool, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like the class for whatever reason. It reminds me of the classic Pokemon for some reason. I don't know why. The original set had blue borders, didn't it?
No, it had
yellow the whole time.
Why am I drawing a blank on that? Because I have base set cards. Yellow borders. Yellow borders. Casey asking what's the poll. Casey showing up late to the party.
So Casey, we already have the number 2 in the set. We have the number 7 and the number 8 in the top 10 from the first box. So so far, great. So far, great.
Hold on, I got dog issues right now.
It's a very mellow evening this evening. We're feeling relaxed. I'm drinking some chamomile tea, relaxing, got tunes on, and we're just hanging out. Gentle vibes, pulling some cards, being adult nerds.
Being adult nerds on a Thursday night.
Eric's cat's looking for a snack.
Yeah. Is she over my shoulder? Sometimes she, if you watch carefully enough over the shoulder, you'll see moving cats every now and then.
So everybody has like their traditions, right? Like what are your stigmas around? I won't open a pack of cards if this, or I have to open, like you said, I always open from the right side of the box. Do you have any other stigmas from an amazing pull that you had that you're like, I'm going to do this every time now, no matter what?
I gotta think about that.
Or superstitions.
One thing I will never ever say, and this is, I've never brought this up on the channel ever. And this is the only time I will say these words in this order. I hate it when people say last pack magic before opening their last pack of cards.
Oh, you're not into the rally caps?
For some reason, I can't. I refuse to say it. You caught me on camera saying it that one time. I know you're the one you're the grand. Why is this card upside down?
That's fun.
Indeedy, with the grass energy. Shout out to Shelby with the grass energy out there. Shelby in the chat.
That was one of our first clippable moments from you. We had somebody on saying, Eric's into the grass energy. And Shelby thinking that there was only grass-type Pokemon in the entire Pokemon universe.
Well, I've always said that grass energy is for grown-ups. Grown-ups are the ones who can appreciate it the best, I feel.
I would be prone to agree.
So we got some Flittle. We got some Viper. And Door. So yeah, we got looks like about 8 packs left. We got about 8 packs left. I think we do need a grass energy emote, and it wouldn't be hard to do. And there's the Skeledirge. I love Skeledirge.
I couldn't believe that I looked up, I think that there are 1,500 Pokemon in existence, like between all the sets. I think that's how many I looked up that I saw the other day that there was. I was like, how many are there in total? How many Pokemon are there in total? Because I only know the first 150, and I think that the number was like 1,500.
I know it's over 1,000 for sure. There gets to a point where.
Yeah, you're right. No, sorry, 1,105. You're right.
There gets to a point where I just don't. We've got Diglett hype. That's what the last pack energy is for. See, last pack energy. I didn't say the M word.
Magic. So you're not a.
No, I can say magic. I just can't say it at the end of last pack.
So you didn't. So you're not about the rally cap, is what you're telling me. The 9th inning, put the hat on backwards. You're not the person who is going to wear the same socks after that you've worn since opening ever, like the one box when you were like a kid or when you were a young adult.
I will say if there's any weird energy around my openings, Casey is an incredible good luck charm.
What is Casey is?
Casey. So I was complaining last night while opening that box as we hit the professor's research.
That's a cool looking card. I
don't
know where we're at, but it still is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
A little full art trainer. So in this box, we have gotten an alt art, a full art, and a full art trainer.
Yeah, sometimes they don't show all the full art ones on the website. So that's that I use. But that's cool. That's still a cool card. I like that. I like all the full art cards. Obviously, it's probably the most popular.
I like that Professor's research has been a playable card in the game for generations. I love that, and
Yeah.
it's always the latest. It's just one of those little nuances, you know. As someone who's a Magic guy, what kind of nuances in that world do you enjoy?
So for me playing Magic, there're just so many different cards, but it feels nice to go back to and know, right, that the big thing and this is really similar with Pokemon too, right, where you're building a blended deck. So you'll build like a mountain swamp deck in Magic. So you'll do essentially like a fire poison deck. And the fact that you can still do that now to this day of like, I remember when I was a kid and I used to build these two blended decks together, and that's still a thing 20 years later, makes me like is nostalgic, I would say.
Nice. Magic is that's a world I need to get into. I need to.
Here's another one.
Koraidon EX.
Koraidon EX, is that 125?
That is 125.
125 is the number 6 pull in the set. So you got the number 6 pull, that one ringing in around $20. Congratulations.
This has been a box of boxes, I've got to say. And like I said, Casey, why are you good luck? Let's give Casey his time in the sun here. Casey is, on the very first 6-pack. Do you remember what our first pull was, Casey? Our very first pull was a full art Mega Venusaur. Very first 6-pack pull. I will never forget it. That card is in possession of PSA right now. It will be graded. Casey, you have also been. It was the number 3 card of Roaring Skies, the Mega Evolution that we pulled on the show with Sean. And the only time we have done a 6-pack on the Underpowered podcast. And then
that was the only time he was on.
Only time, yeah. Oh, and the only time the 6-pack on the podcast. And last night, as I'm complaining that the box has been cold, Casey shows up in the chat. I'm like, oh, good, Casey, you're here. And this is mid-pack. I pulled a Mega Rayquaza.
Feel like we need to get some Casey hype in the chat right
Casey
now.
hype in the chat?
Casey hype, dude. Get this guy a beer. Get him an energy drink, whatever he needs. This dude's bringing the luck.
Bring Casey a Blue Prime. Casey got me on the Blue Prime. This show is not sponsored by Prime, but Blue Prime is delicious. Good show, Casey. Good call on the Blue Prime. Here we go. As we go, we get 3 packs left. 3 packs left. There we go. And then we are gonna, because there are some cool sets coming up that I think we could take a look at. One in particular that I saw that was a bit surprising that I think some of you old boys in the chat might appreciate.
So how often do they release sets, like in the United States?
It seems to be about, I would say, roughly on like a 6-week basis.
Every 6. Wow, that's a huge. That's a pretty short window. So every 6 weeks. I think Magic's actually pretty similar.
Yeah, it's enough to. Well, I don't honestly. I'm not going to pretend to understand that I know the strategy behind it.
It's like as soon as you get done. As soon as you get done with the one set, they got the next one rolling out.
Yeah. It's long enough to let the hype die down, and then have you ready to fork over your hard-earned dollars once again. So, and we get a nest ball. We get a gold card. What a booster box tonight!
Wow.
What a booster box!
Wow.
And that's number 255.
It's hard to see because they don't even show online the gold version, so I have no idea what that one is worth. That one I'd have to just search eBay for.
Man, where was that? I know there are fireworks legal in my town, but that sounded different. Sorry, I'm distracted by what I hope aren't gunshots. Okay. All right. Whew. Yeah, the gold item cards tend to not fetch too much money. I don't know if
So it looks to me actually like on eBay the nest ball sold for $20.
Okay.
The gold nest ball, so $255. So there you go.
Take a $20 bill. and that's the kind of card that I'd have no problem selling. That's the kind of card I'd have no problem selling. And that's as we get a Graveyard, and that's number 214.
Number 214.
I love the artworks in the set. And there's more behind there, and we get the Dindonzo. So that was the last pack of the box. And holy crap, what a box that was.
What a box that was. I would say that was pretty amazing. So here's what I have for you. Okay, I didn't even do all the cards. You pulled the number 6 in the set. You pulled the number 7 in the set. You pulled the number 8 in the set. You pulled the number 2 in the set. You pulled what I'm going to call is the number 11 in the set because it was pretty up there. And then you just pulled a gold nest ball. So in theory, $208. Just not too shabby. Just raw value. Just raw value. So if you just put those in sleeves, posted them on eBay tonight because you were just in the mood to flip something, you would have made your money back and then some. Congratulations. That was a good first box.
Yeah, that was
a really good first box.
So let's recap that since some folks might have joined late. So the Graveyard, the nest ball, and I think this is roughly in order.
Yeah.
Paridon, the Professor's Research, the Dindonzo,
yep.
Spidops, the Gardevoir. This is definitely not in order now. The Great Tusk, the Iron Treads, the Great Tusk full art, by the way. The Ralts, and then straight into the card saver, the Miraidon EX Alt Art.
I didn't even calculate all of those cards, right? So I didn't even calculate all of those. I didn't do all those full art cards. What a great first box. Yeah. More than pays for itself. And then you also have this sweet collection as well.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a little halftime
little stretch
here.
Little stretch.
And I wanted to show this new set here, and actually we'll stay in here. We'll stay in here. This is a set that I just discovered, and to be released. This is a Japanese set, June 16th of 2023. Pokemon 151, a set featuring the first 151 Pokemon in Pokedex order. So, if you are an old school OG Pokemon collector, you want a little taste of nostalgia, but at the same time you want that good modern value and that, well, you can't. We really. I mean, I'm not trying to open any 1999 packs of cards anytime soon, or any base set cards anytime soon. That's ridiculous, but. If I want to see all my old pals, and here's a couple of the artworks that I'm looking at.
Wow, look at those. These are the original 151.
This is number 151 there, and it says 151 out of 165, so it looks like there will be secret rares in this for sure.
Yeah.
And that we got some Alakazam action there.
Nice.
So, and like it said, in order. So Kadabra. So yeah, if you're looking for you're looking for maybe a little bit of Nostalgia Fix in June. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner, a couple months away.
Right around the corner.
Yeah. So before then, these are the Japanese sets that we're kind of getting a fresh look at, and this is Snow Hazard. This is another. They're doubling up on the set here, and we're just going to take a look at some of the alternate artworks from the set, the EXs, and you got the Chien Pao EX. Honestly, I think one of the best legendaries in a while. I think Chien Pao is awesome, and I think they did a fantastic job with that card right there. Wo Chien, another one from Snow Hazard, and we've got the.
Look at those trainer. Yeah, look at those trainer cards. Yeah. The trainer cards are quite amazing.
Yeah, and just some of the regular secret rares, just look really good. So, and then Clayburst appears to be. Let's see, that's an April 14th. I didn't catch it on the. April 14th. So both of these sets are going to be released simultaneously. But yeah, Clayburst here. We'll take a quick look at the alt arts here. We got the Tinkaton EX, Tinkaton. Pretty awesome Pokemon. Get that Fairy Steel typing. Really.
I know Casey was saying earlier, we got to bring the fairy types back. That's
I agree. The Chi-Yu EX, that's a really cool card. That's really good artwork there. The Iono, something tells me that's going to be a real expensive card. Yeah, just some really good looking stuff coming up.
When's this release? When does this one release?
April 14th. So,
oh wow! So you're already here.
Yeah. So both. Next week. So I'm probably going to try to pick up a little sampling of each for the Underpowered Pokemon Hour, just to get a little taste. Like I said earlier, I haven't had good luck with Japanese boxes. I'm going to say it right now. These English boxes are far superior. At least that one alone just blew every single Japanese box I've ever opened out of the water.
Yeah, it's interesting because I would agree with you. The pull rates are definitely a lot higher on the English boxes, but the art is just so much better on the Japanese boxes. It's way more detailed and intricate. Just from a visual standpoint, like if I wasn't trying to make money or flip or do anything like that, I'd be like, man, these are just so much more beautiful. And to answer your question, Casey, no, my son isn't playing Pokemon until he can read a little bit more, and he is geeking out about Tears of the Kingdom. He is all about the new Zelda game coming out, which I tried to avoid, and then he saw an ad on YouTube, so now I'm screwed. Now
you know what? Is my life. I'm gonna say this right now because the last time Tears of the Kingdom was brought up on Underpowered, it was spoken ill of by Shelby and I. So I will, because Casey's here and you're here, I will allow you to praise that game openly.
You allow me to praise it. Oh, you will allow me to
praise it.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Okay.
I mean, look. Can we have more than one freaking save file? Can we have more than one save file? Also, here I will say this too. Can we have Dr. Z hooking me up with my Zelda? So I'm never getting away with Zelda. Getting away from Zelda in my life. It's just going to be part of my identity now. For the rest of my existence, whether I like it or not.
You know what? As much shade as I throw at Zelda, at the end of the day, if you're into something that's cool, and Zelda is cool, because Zelda is a cool game.
It is. I mean, I like the mythology. It was so close to being something good, and they just did a couple really boneheaded decisions that made it not that great.
It's never been my particular cup of tea, but I will say in my lifetime of gaming moments, in my lifetime of seeing epic things happen in gaming, watching a good friend beat Ocarina of Time on a big screen TV in middle school was really cool.
Yeah, probably.
Really, really cool. And I'm never going to forget that. Just watching that happen, being so blown away by the graphics. It's never left my mind.
I did beat Breath of the Wild. I did see end credits on it. This was the first Zelda game in my life that I had ever actually seen end credits on. So kudos to them for getting me to play the game for like 150 hours with my son.
It was actually my first, and I'll say the same thing. It was my first Zelda game to completion. Um, I have tried. We get a Pawmot.
That's a good
Pawmot
card.
secret rare. Um, that's a nice card. I like that a lot. I have a shiny Pawmot actually in Pokemon Scarlet.
Is that 209? Is that what that is?
Yes, sir. And there's cards behind here. Are we double bangered it? Ooh, there's King Gambit. What's up, King Gambit? I try so getting back to the Zelda. I probably started Link's Awakening maybe a half a dozen times in my life, and could not get more than 30 minutes into it.
Yeah, I felt similarly. I played a bunch of Zelda games. I would get through the first couple temples, and I would be like, I'm done. I've seen it. The mythology itself is really cool. I like the mythology, but it just, for whatever reason, I could never get through and see the end. So when I had to do it with this one, it was a positive and negative, right? Bittersweet.
Yeah. And you know, I will say, Breath of the Wild, fantastic game. Fantastic game.
Oh,
Talking about games on the Underpowered Pokemon Hour. I
know.
I love it. Well, no podcast this week, so you know we
get it in. Yeah, we'll get it in. Give their daily dose of video games.
Oh yeah, Hawlucha. I love Hawlucha.
I think that's one of the nicer cards in the set as far as art. It's got a lot of different color on that one. Yeah, I like that one.
As a Pokemon, I think Hawlucha is a fantastic Pokemon. B, I completely agree with you. I think the Pokemon design, the color of the Pokemon itself, and yeah, they did. There are so many of these cards that I'm like, if you did an alt art version of this card, like the way that they did that Miraidon, I'd love it. I'd be all about it. But that Miraidon pops. Oh man, I can't believe we pulled that tonight, Phil.
All right, so it looks like Casey is pulling some questions your way. He says the members of the Underpowered team are the Elite Four. What type of Pokemon team do each of us have?
Okay, it's a good question.
And you can answer it honestly, because I don't know whether what you're saying is good or bad.
I'm obviously fighting type. I think I'm the easiest. I'm fighting type. I want to. So my joke answer for Casey is rock type, but I will actually give Casey the nod as a water type. Casey would be a water type.
Oh, interesting.
I think Shelby is a dark type.
Okay.
Shelby's a dark type. He's played some games that make me believe that the dark type fits in very well.
Okay.
Phil. For some reason, I can't quite put my finger on it, my mind goes to steel type, but then it goes to electric type as well.
I can handle either of those.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure which. I feel like it went to steel type first, so
that's what you got to go with.
That's what I got to go with. I got to go with. I know there's the Miraidon EX.
Miraidon EX. Let's see where we're at here.
There we go.
That's your number 4 in this set.
Oh
man, you've almost pulled them all.
That's number 4. Wow.
Miraidon EX, right? What's the number on it? Miraidon EX should be 81.
81.
Yeah, that's number 4 in the set. So you pulled the number 4. You've almost gotten all the top 10 with this box. So that's a great pull rate.
Casey, number 1 is the Miriam full art alt art, or full alt art. It is a waifu card, and it gets the waifu card tags. I pulled the Japanese version of that card. Well, not the Japanese, not that specific. I pulled the full art version, and that's the one I am currently trying to sneak past PSA. And because that one's selling for about $300.
Wow.
For some reason, the Japanese ones sell for more. And I mean, and you said it yourself. The art, not necessarily the art quality, just the texture and quality, the way the cards pop. It's a little bit more on those Japanese cards. So
well, and I think the art design on them, to be honest with you, is more interesting. It's more intricate. I think there's more. Like I think that the U.S. cards, just from looking at them aesthetically, they're more simply designed. Whereas, like a lot of the Japanese cards have different backgrounds and they have better, like you said, better texturing. I don't know. Just from watching your show over the past 6 months, I tend to like the art of the Japanese cards better, just overall.
Yeah, there are some cards that will always and only be exclusively in Japanese print that you'll never be able to. We'll never see them in English. The thing that I notice the most on them is that texturing. That's a good card.
That is a good card.
I like that card. There's something about it's if you collect Japanese Pokemon cards, it's because you love collecting Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Right. I love not having to do a pack trick. It's so much better.
Well, you get to a point where you don't have to do it anymore, right? Like we know what we're looking for. We know which cards we're looking for. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
If you got it, you got it.
The nest ball, there's the regular nest ball and the cloth. I think cloth is a good design. Cloth is a good design.
It is.
All right, we're about halfway through the left side here. So I'm trying to work through these. The Greedguard. And I'm really glad that, because the Japanese, you had Scarlet and you had Violet. And if you were going to open a box, you had to choose between the two. And I'm so much happier that you don't now. You get all of the good artworks.
Love it.
All of the artworks.
It's been a good evening for the Underpowered Pokemon Hour here.
Yes.
Two good evenings in a row with me on the show. I want to sort of put that out there that Casey, you're on notice now. Some good energy here, bringing in the top. Maybe we can get all top 10 in this.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. I think it's been too long though since Casey's been on the show.
Dude, Casey's got to get on the show here, man.
Yeah.
It's been since what, October?
It's been a minute since Casey's been on the show, and full respect to Underpowered is about adults with adult lives and things going on. So I appreciate that. But Casey, we got to get you back on the show, man. We got to get Shelby back. I got to get Shelby back on the show too. I've got to get a good opening with Shelby so that he doesn't feel like he's bad luck.
He's bringing the dark energy, if you will, as that's his Pokemon type, anyways. So, he's bringing the cloud of the dry stuff.
Wait a second. I gave Shelby jargon. Shelby is grass energy. Shelby is grass energy.
That's the only one that he thinks exists.
Yes, of course it's grass energy. Why would it be? Duh. Grass energy. Man, I've been giving the Shelby the shout out every time. It's grass energy. So you were asking me earlier about Pokemon pet peeves, things that I little habits. For me, it's mostly like things that I won't do.
Okay, like what?
And one thing a lot of people do is it's called the guess the energy, and they'll be like, "All right, it's going to be electric." Oh, it's not. Like, what? Don't pretend. Don't tell me. Let's not up the value of an energy card. We know it's a filler card in the past. We know it's supposed to be there. That's not.
There's no need. There's no need for that.
Yeah, opening Pokemon cards is not a guessing game. Give me a. Get that out of here. It's a serious business. It's a serious business.
Yes, it is. It's very serious. It's very serious.
On a watch roll. All right. A little chilly though so far.
The second one is we're mellowing out now.
There's the palm up. Yeah, we hit that high with that Miraidon for sure.
But I mean, look, what do you got? You've had an insane number of great polls, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top 10. So I mean, you've got half of them. There's still time.
Oh, there's still time. As we get down to about a 6-pack left on the left side of this box, so we're almost 3/4 of the way through here. We've seen most of these Pokemon. We're starting to see the repeats. Right, there we go. Okay. Dene. Coralia. The beach court. I'd love to go. That looks like a fun place to be. Oh my God! Hit it!
Go.
I've been shooting. Oh, this is the card I've been wanting. And there's the Great Tusky X behind it. I cannot. Oh, I was chasing this card in Japanese for so long. So long. I have wanted this card. So long, Phil.
Which one is this? I don't even see this one.
This is 247 of 198, and it's pretty well centered too. Koraidon is without a doubt my favorite Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. And I know a lot of people are hating on his fake tire in the front.
Wow.
Oh, I can't believe we pulled it. Phil, we pulled them both.
That's unbelievable.
We pulled them both.
That's kind of unbelievable.
What is going on lately on this show, man?
Dude, we're getting every card.
Oh, so happy to have that.
That's amazing.
We're gonna do the duo side by side right there.
Koraidon. Was it 247?
247. That's 2 alternate artworks in 2 boxes. And by the way, we did have the Great Tusk in there too. We did have that in the same pack.
That's amazing. Yeah, so it looks to me like the Koraidon is sold today. $50.
$50.
$50. I don't see it. I don't see it listed on the top 10. I don't see the alternate art. I don't think that they always post the alternate arts on this website, but that is another one of those ones that, dude. I mean, it's amazing. You pay for your box.
Yeah, I've paid for both. Basically, paid for both of these boxes at this point. So everything left is just gravy. Oh man, Phil.
We've got it. We've got the mojo, dude. There's not a bad set when we jump on here.
Dude, the original plan was 3 boxes, and I was like, oh, 3 boxes is such a long time to get through.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get through this like in good and the King Gambit, I know that's one of the big cards.
King Gambit.
That is number 220.
220.
Oh my god. And right behind it.
What is going on?
Oh, these boxes are insane, dude. These boxes are crazy. And both roughly in the same spot. Like towards the end of that towards the end of the left side.
What's that one called? King Gambit?
King Gambit. Number 220.
Okay, and what was the other? What's the Katie one? And what is that full art?
Katie full art number 273.
That's pretty amazing.
Something tells me Katie's probably worth a card saver.
Yeah. $750. Yeah, good pulls, man.
It is happening tonight.
We've hit everything.
I mean, I don't know what I mean. It's the Miriam would just that's all that's. But we still haven't we haven't seen any of the Terra full arts yet. Last box had a full art. This one didn't. The last box had a gold card. This is, like I said, this is kind of where I start thinking about or trying to pay attention to pull rates in some of these boxes. And, do I, I'll consider, do I want to come back and try to open more? And there we hit a Terra Arcanine EX.
That's a nice looking card too.
This one you see up top, the Terra. So it's actually got the Terra artwork. So the Fire Terra Arcanine. Wow.
What's the number on that one?
Number 32. Gorgeous card.
Amazing.
Gorgeous card. Awesome Pokemon. Arcanine. One of the all-time greats. One of the all-time greats. We got more. So yeah, 2 packs left on the left side. Phil, just bringing the luck tonight, bringing the juice tonight to the Underpowered Pokemon Hour.
We've got it, dude. Welcome back. Casey, we have been pulling and pulling and pulling, and there have just been hits and hits and hits.
This is legitimate. I've so the Sun and Moon boxes. I don't think I've ever been more excited to open Pokemon cards than those 2 boxes, but I don't think I've opened 2 better booster boxes. Like I don't think I've had a more valuable opening than tonight's opening in terms of just raw value of these cards.
I know. I mean, you've had lots of hits. I mean, you probably have well over $300 worth of just like the top cards. Pretty amazing. From this pull. So here's my question for you. On a lot of these sets, you will see Pokemon from other generations, right? Like from Gen 1, I've seen a lot of Hypnos and Slowbros and things. Do they carry over Pokemon into other generations? Is that how they do that for some of these games? Or is it 150 new? Like, why are they allowed to carry over from Gen 1?
In terms of the games, in terms of the cards?
In terms of the cards, specifically. Like, why are they allowed to include them in the set?
I don't know. I know that there are I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that all of the Pokemon that are available in Sword and Shield also have cards that are in the Sword and Shield decks. So I'm not sure if they're going to put Pokemon. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't have a good answer to your question.
That's crazy. It's just really crazy to me because it's just like I'll open a booster pack sometimes. It may not be Scarlet Violet. It could be anything, right? And I'll say, there's Gen 1 Pokemon in here. Like, how do they decide what's going into the booster pack?
Well, Charizard finds his way into every set.
Yes, he does.
It's inevitable.
So does Pikachu.
Yeah, Charizard and Pikachu will definitely find their way into Scarlet and Violet. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to take place. But I don't know why. That's a cool Lucario
It
reverse.
is.
They've really stepped up the game with these reverses too in this generation. They look really nice. The Houndstone.
Nice.
The Houndstone. So we are on the right side. So there are 18 packs left, Casey.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, so yeah, we are 3/4 of the
Let's
way
get
through.
let's get 2 more in the top 10 at least.
At least
2 more in the top 10.
let's get a gold Koraidon or Miraidon. Let's get another gold card and let's have it be a Pokemon. Not a gold item card. I want to see another gold card tonight. That's my big hope. A full art Terra though would get me pretty excited.
See, like, look, there's a Mankey, right? That's Gen 1.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yeah. And like I said, I have no idea how they do it. It's a good question. Oh, the polls tonight, Phil.
Have been unreal.
I can't. I feel like if you're watching this, you're like, Eric, shut up about what you've already pulled. I can't.
Yes, watch it on VOD, catch it on VOD, man. You missed it.
You missed it. You missed the fun. Yeah, two booster boxes in and a full, just about a full side left. The value has been there in both of these in terms of, was it worth buying and opening? Absolutely.
Yeah, it was. Tonight it was. Both boxes. I think you've actually covered, with the cards that you have in value, you've covered both boxes. Yeah, easily.
I'm happy about that. I'm real happy about that. So we get the rare candy. Right on again. And that's, and I was talking about some of those older boxes that I open, and I always try to go back to, it's not worth it, because it never has been.
Right.
Yeah, typically with those boxes, you legitimately have to pull one card, and it has to be PSA 10 quality in order for you to make your money back on that box.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating how that works, huh?
Yeah, which is why it's, like I said, it's always worth it to just keep those sealed. So, we open that stuff for fun because it's fun to take a little dip into the past and see some new stuff once in a while.
I mean, at that point, right? At that point, you're not really just trying to make money. You're just like you said, looking at some nostalgia, looking at some cool cards. It's not really just like adding to your collection. It's not really, right? I mean, for me, when I come in and I do this, I know nothing about it. The way that I'm framing my mind is like perceived value, right? But you're a collector. You want to collect the cards. You want to hold on to them. Motivation is different, right? So you might want to just open it up and look at some different things and, oh, look, this is a good generation, or this was a good set, and to know those things.
Yeah. And what do we have here? Another Gardevoir EX.
Nice.
Coming back to us.
Another one.
I'm all about some more Gardevoir here.
So another double rare, number 7.
Very nice, very nice. So what do you think of the EX cards compared to the V cards from Scarlet and Violet, as in terms of your base pull, your base good pull?
Like, what do I think? Which one do I think is better?
Yeah, more aesthetically pleasing to you, as someone who's been, like you said, kind of watching for the last number of months.
I tend to like the EX cards a little bit better than the V, if I'm thinking about it correctly. I think that the V cards can be sometimes. There are a couple of Vs that are. I had to watch the show to kind of figure out what it was about. But like V is like the largest Pokemon, right? Like they're supposed to be like.
It's the Gigantamax.
Right, it's like the next to Gigantamax.
Yeah, your V Max is your Gigantamax. So what's weird about this set. So VMAX was kind of, so you had your V would be your base card in the game. It would be like your base upgraded card.
Yeah.
And then you would play a VMAX on top of that as like the evolved form.
Yeah.
And it would just be a more powerful card. So
yeah, I don't think I like the VMAXs as much as the EXs. I don't know. I think that's. Well, look at that card.
Tarantula.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it. Cool art.
Very interesting there. Super off center, left to right, top to bottom too. Looks a little off. We hit the cycles up, but I'll sleeve that up. That is 199 of 198. So yet another secret rare pull tonight. And if you're wondering, secret rare is any card that is numbered past the set number.
I love it. That's actually good to know.
Yeah. So typically what we see, or what's been seen in the past, Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, is your secret rares were your rainbow cards and your gold cards. And so far, obviously, first English set into Scarlet and Violet, but as you saw earlier, we're now 3 Japanese sets in. It almost seems like they've done away with rainbow rares. Like there are no more rainbow cards.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in a while on any of your shows.
Oh, you missed the Cosmic Eclipse one then. That one actually had a big rainbow rare.
Did it?
Oh yeah, that one of the better ones. That was the. I'll pause because I happen to have it close by. That was the Lily, that was this one here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, Solgaleo and Lunala GX. That's about a $50 card. That's about a $50 raw card. And actually, the pulls from that box, pretty much everything in there. I had four good pulls from that Cosmic Eclipse box that were. Each one of these is right around.
I like that one a lot.
I do too. This one is super cool. These are all about $50 raw.
Wow.
So that was a fun box, fun night. So little pause there while Eric dips into that. We got more packs open. Don't want to divert our attention here.
We're just chilling, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
We're just chilling, having a nice time today.
Ripping some packs, just a couple of buds, ripping some packs on a Thursday night.
Hanging out, checking out the art.
Yeah.
Love it.
Stone Journer. There's Penny. Cham. Lechonk. Experience Share. And there's the non-full art professor's research. So we're working our way down towards the end here. So the last box did have that this one hasn't yet is a gold card and a full art card. So we had the full art Great Tusk. And we had, what was that, the level ball? The gold level ball?
Nest ball,
excuse me. So like I said, I'm just kind of looking for some consistencies. I love that card so much. See, just comparing the pull rates, seeing
how we can get it.
Because the other thing too with those Japanese boxes is you had one box hit, just one, and it was and the worst you could do was a full art card. It was full art trainers, and alt arts, and I never pulled an alt art. It was nothing but full arts, but I did pull the Miriam full art, and that was a good one. But yeah, you would just get one, no more, no less. And these boxes are, I'll be honest with you, they're roughly the same price. And last one had 4 big hits. This one so far has had 2 really big hits.
Yeah.
Just yeah. I don't want to say just the 2. Yeah, it's
two major ones. Yeah.
So I'd definitely say if you're on the fence and you like what you see, open it up. Just rip some packs. It's a good time. It's a good time. So yeah, we are about a half a dozen left here. And I feel like it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I feel like we're due.
We are due.
Drowsy. Bolivia.
Well, there still is a possibility. Okay, there's still a possibility for us to pull the remaining 5 cards that we're missing.
Okay.
So here's what we're missing. We are missing the Gyarados EX. Okay.
I'd love to see that.
We are missing 245, which I believe is this the number 3? I think we did get the number 3, didn't we? The Gardevoir.
I pulled that.
EX 240. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you pulled that one on your own.
Yeah.
So you do have the number 3, but we did not.
It's a rare candy.
You were about to lose it. You thought that was it, man. You thought that was the home run.
Woo! I'm happy to see. You know what? As a Pokemon guy, you're never unhappy to see a rare candy. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
What number is that?
This is number 256. Number 256. We pulled the rare candy.
I mean, those gold rare candies are still going for like $20 a piece. Yeah, on eBay. So that's still a good pull, man. Even though it's not what you were hoping for.
That's all good. I'm happy.
It's still something. You know what I mean? So what else are we missing with these last comebacks? So we're missing the number 4 we got, 6, 7, and 8 we got. So you are missing number 5, which is the Gyarados. We already said that. You already have the Gardevoir EX, which you pulled on your own. So then you're missing I don't want to butcher these, the Oink.
Oinkolounge.
Yeah, EX. And Fido. Fido. 9 and 10.
Okay. We'll see what we can get here. Let's get the Mareep. I think we got one more left in us. There's 5 packs left, including this one. I think. Didn't actually count. I'm just doing the brief eye estimates. Okay. Yeah, that was correct. 4 packs left.
4. Come on, baby. I feel it. About to flip. I'm about to slap my PlayStation 5 controller right off the desk. If we get one of these.
Phil, I've broken many a PlayStation controller in my young adult life. I have. I was one of that kid. I was one of those kids for a little while.
You got to go through that phase, man.
I think you do. I think you got to break your first controller and have your parents look at you and say, well, there's no other way to say it. Tough shit.
Yeah, that's it. You're out of coach. You don't have anywhere.
You're doing chores and get the Banette EX.
Banette.
So we did have another EX pull in there. And I am out of those.
It's so funny because it actually shows on the website, it shows Banette EX, which is number 88, as 00, but I know that it's not 0. I know it's not. Yeah, it's 88.
There's a lot of new cards out there.
That's true.
A lot of new stuff going on.
I mean, an energy is worth 2 cents, so I know that Banette is not 0.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Just a few packs left. Literally, just a few packs left.
Come on, kid. Give me a Gyarados.
I'm here for, because that's an awesome looking card too. That's an awesome looking card too.
Oh, I was so sure. I was so sure that was going to be it. I saw the blue there, and I was about to freaking lose it.
It's all right.
We got 3 packs left.
2 packs left.
Come on, man. We didn't get the number 1. Did we get the number 1 already?
No, we didn't. We
didn't get the Miriam yet either, right?
Nope. That might have to come at another time. I feel like this is definitely worth opening again. I'll go back and look and see if there's so many cards in the set. There's so many cards in the set. Although I pulled my big 2 the ones that I really wanted. And we get a Miraidon EX full art.
Nice.
There's a full art pull for tonight.
Nice.
Miraidon coming at us multiple ways tonight. I'm here for both of them. I mean, obviously the first one was the best one. But this would be the second best one.
Nice.
So both boxes, a gold card, a full art card, an alt art card, and a full art trainer card from both boxes. So your four big pulls, each one had them. In addition to the EX pulls and the secret rare pulls, I am just the pull rates. The pull rates for a base set of Pokemon, pretty outstanding. Pretty outstanding. If this is, like I said, if the best is yet to come with Scarlet and Violet, I'm here for it. I'm impressed. As we get to our final pull of the night, we get the Dondozo. We get Dondozo'd out.
Dondozo'd out.
But that's okay. Let's do a full recap. So 2 booster boxes, and we're going to count all the pulls that I sleeved. So there's the Miraidon EX, with the Rare Candy, with the Tarantula. We had Gardevoir EX number 1, Arcanine EX Terra, the King Gambit. We got the Great Tusk EX.
Nice.
Miraidon EX. We got the Pawmot Secret Rare, the Ralts Secret Rare, the Iron Treads EX, the Great Tusk Full Art EX, Gardevoir EX, the Spidops EX, we got a Dondozo Secret Rare, the Full Art Professor's Research,
nice,
the Koraidon EX, we had the Nest Ball, the Grievard, the Banette EX, and then I'd probably call these the 3 biggest ones of the night. The Katie Full Art Trainer. That's one of the bigger ones. This in terms of value, it's not as high as the Miraidon, but man, this is, like I said, in terms of my favorite, I've wanted this card, Phil. I've wanted this card for a while. But the big pull of the night, the Big Daddy, the Miraidon EX, the alternate artwork, just a beautiful card.
That's it, man.
Yeah, the two box art legendaries, both of their alt arts coming through tonight, and Phil,
we did it, man. I mean, it was a monster night. Okay, we were not disappointed from no matter what perspective you look at it. Whether you look at it from a collecting perspective, we were successful. When you look at it from an art perspective, we were successful. And then you look at it from a money perspective, we made our money back and then some. So that's a win all around. I think that to me, watching you pull those 2 boxes, I felt like they were worth the money. Felt like there was enough big hits in them to make them worth it. I don't feel disappointed with that. Obviously, I didn't spend the money, but if I had spent the money, I wouldn't have felt disappointed with what I got. Because I know you can go through a spell of 10 packs in a row. You're opening nothing and it's just dry. So for me, that was completely worth it.
Well, to your point, up until really, it was the Unified Minds box. I had never pulled an alternate artwork on the Underpowered Pokemon Hour, and I'd been opening packs on the show for months. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, and we're hot right now. Right now, we've just been real hot. Had a lot of really good cards.
We've been bringing the energy, man. We've been bringing the energy.
Maybe it is the energy that we've been bringing. Yeah. Maybe it is the energy that we've been bringing. So, as we wrap up tonight, do you want to talk about anything you've got coming up, or anything you got going on? Because I know you've got a lot of shorts coming out. You've been doing a lot of good stuff, a lot of cool stuff.
No, I mean, I think that, I want to give a big shout out, obviously, to Shelby today. Shelby put a lot of work into that review, and I think that was one of the best pieces of individually edited content that we have put out since the beginning. It took us to another level, and I hope that review gets all the attention it deserves. I know that we will be doing the Backlog Battler next week. We are on for that next Thursday. We have made some improvements. We've got some things. We're going to change the show around. We're going to do a few things and talk about some stuff. Added some graphics, done some cool things. We are going to do a giveaway. I have some sweet gifts in the mystery box. So a lot of good stuff. I think that there's supposed to be a dice night tomorrow night. If I know correctly, I've heard a rumor
there's
going to be a dice night tomorrow night. So that's fun.
That is the rumor that I have heard. That is what the group chat. Everyone seems to be a go for tomorrow. So
I mean, it comes to a certain point, right, where I would say this, like, what else do you want, man? I mean, what else do you want? You've got Pokemon pack openings every week. You've got D&D streams regularly. You've got Backlog Battler with game analysis. You've got what else do you want? There's nothing else. You don't need to be anywhere else. You've got every single piece of the nerd kingdom is here. I mean, where else? Dude, I don't know what you're waiting on, but there's nothing else going on, dude. There's nowhere else to be. So I've had a lot of fun. It's been fun with you. I'm going to continue showing up on these. It's nice to have the fun energy with you. And just like you said, chill, drink some tea, open some cards, talk about it, just hang out and have it be low stress. And I feel like tonight was a complete success.
No, I agree. And like the last time, like this, it's been a blast having you on the show, Phil.
I love it, man.
I can't wait to have you back. I still want to get Shelby back on here. I feel like I set him up for failure on that show with mystery packs because mystery packs. The point of that show was to show that they were a waste of money. So I don't want that to be attached to Shelby. I'll get him on for a fun.
We'll bring him back on here. We'll drag Shelby back onto the Pokemon Hour and open some good cards.
Definitely. So, like Phil said, tomorrow night you'll see me on Dice Night. But Casey, the DM, he puts in a lot of work. He's a great DM, star of the show. Next week we'll be back. Looking forward to hopefully, maybe, possibly, probably podcast on Tuesday. Backlog Battler back on Thursday. You can see Phil back there on Thursday. And then the Underpowered Pokemon Hour, I will be back next Friday. I will be cashing in some of those code cards, building a Scarlet and Violet deck, and we're going to be putting it to the test in Pokemon TCG Live. And hey, I got it. I might. We're gonna swing. We might hit a home run. We might miss, but we're gonna figure it out either way. So that's what's coming up next week. That's tomorrow and next week. And keep your eyes peeled for the random late night stream. Also, those pop up when Phil's feeling a little saucy, and who knows? Maybe I'll jump back into that mix soon. Oh, did we lose your mic, Phil? I think we lost Phil's mic. Phil, you're muted. Did I mute you?
How can we at the finish line? I was so close. It was my own. It was my own.
Back.
Listen.
Okay.
It might be tonight. Could be tonight. Might feel good. Might do a stream tonight. We'll see if I feel it.
Okay.
And Shelby, I don't care what you say. We're getting you back on the show. We're gonna open some cards. We're gonna do some gambling and have a beer. And Eric's gonna spend all his money, and we're gonna revel in the excitement of pulling good cards along with Eric. It's gonna happen. We'll see. Maybe tonight, maybe a little bit more Atomic Heart. I've been enjoying it a little more. Depends on how tired I feel. But tomorrow is Friday, so you can always live through a Friday if we need to, right?
We'll always live through Friday if we need to.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, that is a wrap. I don't know what else to say after that night. Amazing night. More fun stuff coming your way through the next weekend beyond. And keep your eyes peeled on our YouTube page because there are always fun shorts, always awesome stuff coming out. And Phil, the man here, does a fantastic job putting that stuff out. So I am going to make sure that I've got everything in order here. Yeah, I'm going to call it a wrap on tonight. So any parting shots, closing words?
Parting shots, closing words. No, take us away. Fly us out of here.
Let's get out of here. Thanks for joining us on a fun night tonight on the Underpowered Pokemon Hour, and have a good night, and we'll see you soon.